is now being recorded.
Okay, so in 10 lecture, you have studied all the underlying work or processes that involve in processing text document. This is at the application level on how we can perform some of the tasks for topic modeling and sentiment analysis. So there are dua partnya. So topic modeling is more on we model, we find a topic for that particular document based on categories. So what we wanted to do is, given a set of document, so our task is to, for each document, we decide which topic they belong to. So this is what we call topic modeling. And the second one is called sentiment analysis. This is more on deciding the sentiment of the document, whether it contains positive note or negative note or neutral note. Okay, like positive expression or negative expression on certain thing. So of course, in the first or second lecture of this course, we're talking about how do we convert the document from document to document term matrix, which represent the weight of each of the term that we have in each document. So we call it what? TF-IDF kan? So the first task is to put the text file in one structure file referred to as a corpus. So corpus ni is a set of document. Okay. So what we want to do is, given this few document, so we want to convert them into TF-IDF document term matrix. So in lecture 2 or 3, you learn how to convert them by counting the number of occurrence of each of the term, and then you also find the inverse document frequency. Okay. So okay, in the real world application, for this exercise, what we will be using the R software. R software. Okay. So before we can process or convert them into document and term matrix like this, okay, before we create this, we have to remove some of the noise, or we do data cleaning or data pre-processing. So one of them is to change capital letter to lowercase. So we do not want to have two different terms, but they are considered different just because of one is having lowercase and the other one is having uppercase. We also want to remove any numbers. We remove any punctuation, like all the funny symbol, and then we remove all the stop word. So all this stop word are all the term that carry no meaning. Normally they have standard libraries that contain list of stop word need to be removed. We also have to remove some of the extra white spaces. We can do stemming, and then maybe we can replace some of the words that have different word but similar meaning. Okay. So this is the process that we need to do. So you have done the exercise, I think in the first exercise, from the document, we change to term document matrix. Okay. And some of the other quantitative analysis that we can do is based on this. We can look at the sentiment of the text, tells how positive or negative the text is. We also can look at some of the complexity of the text, a measure of the text complexity and reader ability to understand. So each of the texts, they have readability index, like the level of how many people can understand the text, because some of the texts are seldomly used. Formality, provide an understanding of how a text relate to the reader or speech relate to a listener. So this can be measured also. Diversity, number of different words used in relation to the total number of words used. So this one is referring to how many different words you use. Dispersion, how words are spread throughout a document and serve as an excellent way to explore a text and identify the pattern. So this one is for certain word, they want to look at how well they are spreaded in the document. So these are some of the quantitative analysis that we can do for a text document. Okay. So for example, like this, for this document, we are looking at a few topic here. So this one is belonging to one topic, the first topic, the second topic, the third topic, and the fourth topic. Okay, so each one of them have a keyword that use in different document, but they're talking about the same thing. So that's why they are grouped into the same topic here. Okay, so latent Dirichlet allocation or LDA is normally used for topic modeling. So what they do, they look at the content of the document and then they will assign documents having the same keyword to be in the same group. Okay, so they just look at the number of occurrence of certain word. Okay. Topic models are a powerful method to group document. So they are grouped based on main topics, based on the content of the document. What they do, they use the probabilistic modeling of term frequency occurrence. So they'll just look at how many times certain would exist in that document. Okay. And the fitted model can be used to estimate similarity between documents. So once you have the model, then if you have a new document, you can assign them to the right topic depending on the similarity of the document. So this is the algorithm that can be used in order to perform the topic modeling. Okay. So in this practical, what we want to do is we look at the President Obama State of the Union speeches. The two main analytical goals are to build topic models on the 6 State of the Union speeches and then compare the first speech in 2010 and 2016. Okay, so what we want to do is whatever speech given by the president in 2010, we want to compare the content of the document in 2016. Okay, so we want to look at the similarity. what topic is still the same, what topic will be different. So we can perform this kind of task. Okay, so the software that we'll be using is called R. Let me show you the R software. Let me go to here first. Let me Google this. So you can find this software. You just type R software. So this is used for statistical computing. So you just click here and then to download. They are free. So you can pick any of the server here. And then if you're using Mac, then you can click here, or Linux. For Windows, you just click the Windows here and then install R for the first time. Then the version that you should be installing will be 4.1.2. So this is the current version for January 2022. Okay, so once you click this one, you get no, yeah, you got this one. So you just follow the step lah. Okay, so once you install that one, you will see something like this. R software. Okay, so you have the i386. This is for the 32 bits, and also we have the X64. So if your machine is 64-bit, you click this one. Okay, so you will see something like this. Let me make the font bigger. Can you see the nih? Cukup besar kah? Atau ini bigger? Okay, boleh nampak? Okay, so this is a command prompt lah. Command prompt for you to type any command. But before we can start, we have to look at what is your working directory. Working directory is a directory that you save all your input file or your output file. So we can set that one here. Let's suppose, let me check what is my ini first. Okay, for the practical, we need this two kind of file. So I will put in the directory D. Okay. So I will extract this one. And also this one. Okay, so what I see here will be two folder here. So maybe I can. Okay, first we will do this one lah, data for practical one kan. So if I go to my R software, I want to access that directory. So I go to file and then I go to change directory. And then here I can select that particular file. I go to D and data for practical 1A and I click OK. So that means whatever store inside here, which is this one. So these are the speeches given by the president. Can you see? Format, view, zoom in. Okay, so these are the speeches lah. So we have 7 speeches here. Okay, so we want to analyze the topic. No, we want to analyze the content of the speeches based on the topic that President Obama talked about. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to install this one. So this is, we install the package for the text mining. TM stand for text mining. Okay, so we install and then we upload the library lah. So when we have this install packages, means we are installing the package, and this one we upload in this package into the library so we can use lah. So we have a few packages that we want to install, like the text mining. The Wood Cloud is just for visualizing the content of the document using a diagram. You will see later on. We also have this. This is for plotting lah, and this is the package for us to do the topic modeling. So we will install 4 packages here lah. Okay. This is if you want to set the working directory using the command prompt. You can also do you can also do using the setting directory, setting working directory. Okay. Okay, how do we perform this one? So basically, you just copy this and then you go here and then you install. So you will have something like this. Would you like to use a personal library instead? Yes. Create, yes. Okay. So we pick from any of the server. Then they will install this one. If you are using this one for the first time, they will install. Okay, so it will take some time. So once we install that one, then we can upload into the library. So we just take that one. So we are installing the packages for text mining now. Some of them may take few seconds. So when you doing the practical, so you follow all the step given. So you just copy and paste lah. So for today punya lecture, I just go through this and explain to you what happened. Belum lagi. So any questions so far? Sometimes the installation of the packages is not successful. So what you need to do is you need to find a different mirror, different server lah. Okay. Oh, already. So this one loading required package. Okay, so we continue with this. This is used for displaying the content of the text. Okay. Then we upload into the library. And we install again for this for plotting. Okay, it's okay. In use. Okay. And install the topic modeling algorithm. And then we load. So we have all the necessary packages installed for text mining. So the next one is we wanted to do this. Is that please ensure you put the text file into a separate directory because it will all go into our corpus for analysis. So we need to save our data in test/data. Okay, so we need to have this test data. So basically we are here D, and this is data. So we need to create so okay lah, we just copy all, and we create a new folder. It's called test, and in test we have so we have test data here. Okay, so when we set the directory to this, make sure that the directory exists. So we set the directory to be that, and then this one is just capturing the file path into this name. So this is the file path that we have. Okay. And then if we look at the how many that we have in that particular folder, because we have seven documents here. Okay, 7 documents, so we have 7 here. So this one is just looking at the number of file in this directory. Okay. And then we want to list all the file that we have. So we just type that. So we have all this. This is just to make sure that we are accessing the right folder. Okay. And next one is we want to convert all this one into a corpus. So meaning that we are converting them ready for the document term matrix conversion. So we will use the vcorpus command in order to do that. So basically we are preparing them for the document term matrix. If you type docs, so we have 7 documents here. Okay. Okay. So remember just now when I say we need to do some data cleaning. So this one basically we get all the document and then we change to lowercase. We remove the number, remove punctuation, remove word. So we remove word where that word is all the stop word English. This one we strip the white spaces. We remove all this word and so on. So basically, we will perform all this one by one. You could also enter the whole command like this one, but you don't include the first symbol because that symbol is supposed to be the command prompt. So we can type all. So if there is no error, that's good. So meaning that we already remove all the numbers, punctuation, stop word, and so on. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to convert this document into document term matrix, and then this one tell you the dimension of the document term matrix that consists 7 documents, and these are 4,736 unique terms that we have for all 7 documents. Okay. So let's do this one. And then this one. So this one will convert them lah. So you can see that very fast. But we have done this one. You done the assignment already, so you have do the calculation, so you know what's happening. So this line is only converting the document into document term matrix very fast, but you know what is going on. So if you look at the dimension here, so we have seven document and 4,000 something unique term that they have. Okay. This one also, remember that sometimes some of the keyword less frequent compared to other, so we can also remove some of them. So this one, what we call remove sparse term function using a number between 0 to 1. So sparsity is the relative frequency of a term in the document. So if we set the threshold to be 0.75, it would be this, the calculation will be 1.75. So thus we, any term in fewer than 2 documents would be removed. So meaning that if any of the term that exists less than 2 documents, so we will remove them. And the sparsity percentage is, in this case, is 0.75. Okay, so what happened here? We remove all the less frequent term that exist in 2 or less document. Okay, so if we repeat the dimension, you notice that the number of unique term has been reduced. So we will be able to reduce the computation time later on. Okay, so now what happened now is I will put the name for each of the document. So basically what we have here is the row name for the document. So over here is that I will combine all this column and put into this document term matrix. So if I type DTM now, so we have 7 documents, and we have 2,256, and sparsity is 47%. Okay, so the weighting that we using is term frequency only. Okay, so if you want to inspect, so we just type. So these are the 2010, 2011 up to 2016. This is what we have added here. Okay, so di sini we add the row name of the document here. So this is all the term that we have. Remember that we have 2,256 term, but this one only inspecting the first 7 row and the first 5 column. We can change that one to have 10. Okay, so 10 ni, or we can change this one to only 3 document, 3 document and so on. So we can use inspect to look at the content of the document term matrix. Okay. We could also look at the column sum. Remember that. Okay, if I do like this, so we can sum up all this column. Okay, if you look at the column here, so this one is less frequent compared to able. Okay, so able exists in all of the document. So we could also sum up the total here according to the column. So we can do that by typing this. So this one will be stored in frequency. So basically we are taking the document term matrix and then we perform the column sum and we put the result here. Okay. And also we are looking at the order. So which means that we are reordering them from the smallest one to the biggest one. Okay. Not from the smallest, from the biggest one. Okay, so this one, the head will only show six of them. Okay, and we can also do the tail, the last 6. This is the last 6 of. If you want to do all, so your screen will be populated with all of them lah. Okay. All of this. Not enough. Okay, so the new exists 193 times in all of the document. Okay. Okay, now we could also find frequent term. For example, we want to find term that exists at least certain times. So in this example, I want to find frequent term that exists at least 125 times. Okay, so if I run this, yeah, so that means all this term Americans, jobs, and so on, they exist at least 125 times. Okay, and we could also find the correlation between, for example, we are looking at word that always come together with jobs. So the limit is 0.85, the correlation value. Okay. So if we type this one, we can get this. So that means whenever you see jobs, this college serve exists also, and the correlation value is 0.97, 0.91, and so on. Okay? So you know that jobs has something to do with the market, defense, tax, and so on. Okay. Remember that just now we we download the word cloud. So the word cloud can be used to visualize the content of the document. So if you have a bigger text font, that means they appear more. Okay, so let me close this one. Okay, so the command that you have here is that I'm looking, I get all the names from the frequent one here. And then the minimum frequent is 70. This is the scale of your text, the color, and so on. Okay, and this is used to visualize your knee. Okay, this is black and white only. So this one is, we take the top 25 lah. Okay, capturing the 25 most frequent word. So we can change that one also. Okay, so we can say that America, jobs, new, now, people, and so on. That one is the most frequent word lah. Okay, so now we look at how do we perform some of the things like this one. We are looking at the 10 most frequent word, and we want to plot that one. So basically, what we want to do is we want to sort them, and in decreasing order. Okay, so this one will be used to sort the value. And then this one, the wood frame. So what we want to do is we take this output and put this one here and take all the names that we have. And also we also take the how many times they exist and we put in data frame. Okay. So when we have the data frame, then we can display the content. And this one is actually displaying some of them. No, basically we are taking only word 1 until 10. Okay, so this is row, and when we plot them, so this is used to plot them. So basically we can plot the top 10 word that we have in the text speeches. Okay, so this is the output that you need to print. So that means you have managed to produce that one. So what happened here is that this is, we are getting the frequency, we also getting the name, and this is the title of your graph, and this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the limit of your value there. Okay. Okay, we could also use something like this. This is, we want to determine how many topic that we have in the speeches. So in this example, we put k equal to 3, meaning that we assume that at least he talk about 3 topics. Okay, so the set.seed is normally used if you want to get the same output over and over again, because when you perform the topic modeling, every time you run, you may get different result. So by setting the seed, you will be consistently getting the same result if you want to do comparison. Okay, so what happened here is that 2010 they're talking about topic 2. 2011 they're talking about topic 3. And 2012-13 they're talking about the same topic, and 2014 they're talking about new topic 1, followed by 2015, and 2016 they go back to whatever topic they have discussed in 2010. Okay, so we run this, set the seed, and then I will say I'm using the GIP method to perform the topic modeling, and then from the result I just show the topic lah, what topic they have. Okay. Okay. Any question? Okay, so that is the first part lah, the first part of your practical. So the second part is basically we are looking at the sentiment of the document. So this is similar to the previous exercise where you need to load the library, and then for this one, basically what it means that we are reading the CSV file from this particular file. Let me double check the content of. Okay, for you to do the second practical is that you need to have this file. So this one is all the text that we have. So let me. Okay, so this is all the text that we have, line by line. So what we want to do is for each line of this, we want to determine the sentiment, whether it is positive or negative or neutral. So we can say that one, we can determine that one also. Okay, so this is the sample SMS messages in the file that we have. So we have how many? Around 5,560. Okay, so we want to know how many positive, how many negative, and how many neutral. Okay, so but before that, we need to set the directory kan. So we go to edit, file, change directory, because the directory that we are trying to access is the practical B. So we just click practical 1B. Okay, then now we can start this one. This command is basically reading that particular SMS. So these are all the SMS that we have. Okay. So we have read 5,560 because we start from 0, the counting. So this is the command. So basically we are reading this file using this command, read CSV file. String as vector means if you have taken data mining, this is one of the setting that we use, whether we want to change the text into category or not. But in this case, we are not changing them, so we just put false lah. So string to vector will be false. And then this one, this is to convert the text to UTF-8. If you're using Mac, you need to do this. Okay. So we will follow this one. This one is so that we can process them. and we will convert them into corpus vector, and then we would be able to inspect the content of the. So the first 5 documents, these are the keyword, no, the SMS that we have. Okay, so if you want to look at 15, so 15, we just change this to 15. Okay. And again, we need to perform all the cleaning. So first we need to lower, change this one to lowercase and this one. So this command will be used to. So if we type this one again, so all has been changed to lowercase. Okay. And then we want to remove all punctuation again, all the funny symbol. So like this one will be removed. Huh? Where else? This and this and so on. Okay, so if we type again, still not very clean. Punctuation is all the symbol that can be produced by your keyboard lah, like the percentage, the dollar sign, and so on. But I think this is not included in the punctuation. Okay. And next one is we want to remove the numbers. So if we remove the numbers, for example, 4, this one will be removed. Okay. And then if we double check again, all the numbers are gone already. And then we look at, okay, this one, we remove all the stopword. So like, but all this and semua will be removed. Okay, so if we check again, so we will, warning, a good, not being removed. Oh, because we are moving them into here. So we need to perform the change to this one to pin set. Pin set. So what happened just now? We clean the corpus here and we store in the clean set here. So that's why when we try to inspect the corpus here, basically they are still the same. What we want to see is in the clean set. So in the clean set, we inspect the clean set and we get this. Then all the stopword are removed already. That's why we have all the missing again. Okay. Then now we want to remove some other things like the URL and the URL and funny symbol. So these are the command to remove them. So if we look at the ini lagi, so we have less noise lah. Okay, now we want to remove all the white spaces because we see that a lot of white spaces here. So we will perform this strip white spaces. So if we see, they all compact already. Okay, So once we clean that one, then we can change them into term document metrics. And then if we see term document metrics, so we have 8,264 terms, and we have 5,559 SMS. Okay. Okay, now we change them into metrics so that we can see them in a matrix form. We take the first 10 row and the first 20 column. Okay, so the upper one show you all the document, document one and so on, and term on the row side will tell you all this exists in that particular document. Okay. Okay, now we look at that one. We want to sum up the row, sum up the row here, sum up the row here, and so on. So what we want to do is we want to remove some of them if the frequency is less than less than 25. Okay. So what happened here? Only those yang above 25 times will be displayed here. All of this text exists more than 25 times. So in this command, what actually we do is that we take the subset from Y, from the W, in which the number of wood that exists is only 25 times in all of the document. Okay, so and if we plot them using the rainbow, we have this. So we know that the like award, the green meeting, all this are more frequent lah, like over 500 times compared to the other lah. This one bar plot. Okay. Okay, now we want to do the sentiment analysis. Just now we just have a look at how do we explore the SMS lah. So now we want to do the sentiment analysis. So we have this command. So basically what we want to do is we want to upload all this library okay. So we need to install them first. Install. Before we can upload into the we have to install the packages first. So remember that when you want to perform this, you have to install first, yeah? So this one also we need to install for the date before we can upload into the memory. So done that one. So we have to perform this one. Then we need to install again this, the date, and we can upload the library. And also we need to install, this is ggplot used to plotting. Okay. So this is used for plotting, graph, GG. And then we can plot them. So every time you want to upload the library, we have to install first. But if you have installed them before, then you don't have to. You just upload. Since I'm using a new laptop, new lah, laptop that I never used R before, then I need to install. So as you can see, for the R software, we are dealing a lot of command. So you may be worried, how do I know that command and so on. You can always Google, because they have so many community that will assist you on how to perform other tasks. Since it is free, so not bad lah. So ggplot already. Then need to do the scale. This is when you want to do normalization. And then I upload. And then this is for the plotting again. And then similar to this. All of these are required. So once we do that one, we do the same thing here. What we want to do is we're reading the SMS file into sentiment. And then we convert them into UTF text. And then this one will be used to get the polarity of the SMS. So each of the SMS will be analyzed, and they will use the built-in algorithm to determine each SMS punya polarity, negatif kah, positif kah, or neutral. Okay. So if you look at the result, it may take some time because we have quite long ni juga. So what you will see is something like this. This is after you get the polarity of the SMS. Then you look at here the first 6 SMS. It will tell you what are the content of the document. So, for example, we have 2 positive word used in that particular document, and then 2 joy word used. This is not word. This is the sentiment. So they have these categories lah. And we also can plot for the SMS that we get, how many positive and then how many negative that we have, and all this sentiment, like how many people, how many SMS belong to the anger punya sentiment and so on. So this is the output that you need to produce, which means that if you manage to go up to this level, you have done the practical. Okay. So we finished that one with this. Okay, we look at the content, and we could also say like this, for this urgent one, would urgent, only one document that talking about the urgent one lah. So this one is considered negative, and it also consists fear sentiment and anticipation sentiment, and also surprise sentiment. Okay, so document one contain this word, and these are the sentiment that we have. So the last one is we plotting this one, then we get this beautiful match. Okay. So this practical just give you an idea, sample of work that you will be doing in research-based work, ataupun if you are doing some work outside the school, outside the university, to perform topic modeling on the document and also sentiment analysis. So I will share this one later on. So this is your final assignment. So this is your final assignment. Let me make sure that you get all this. Okay. So I can save this one. Okay. So I hope you gain something in this practical, but you need to go through the exercise also lah, the practical. Any question? If you're okay, can you type number 3? Okay, so try not to miss this one, because this one is 10% out of your 100% marks. Okay, so make sure you manage to run all the command given. So if you have any problem executing the statement, you just WhatsApp me lah, text me lah. Okay. So any other question? Any question? Your exam will be in February, kan? So so this is our last class. So make sure you submit all the assignment. I hope you learn something from this class, not only to pass the class, but also in terms of knowledge, you gain something that you can use for your final year project or your project outside the university, and also a project that you interested in to learn more. Of course, our software is very tedious, because you need to type all the command, learn all the command. But once you get use of that, there shouldn't be any problem. You can perform the same thing using Python, yeah, but they may use different library. Okay. So with that, thank you for your time, patience. If you need to communicate with me, just email me or text me. Hope to see you all again. Of course, I will see you in the final exam lah. Okay. So with that, thank you very much, Miss Quiz. I look at the average performance of the whole class first. Okay. So walaupun you miss quiz 1 or quiz 3, but I look at your standing. If still A, so there is no need to take the quiz lah. Okay. But if you need that particular quiz to be counted, then I'll see what I can do. Got a few student juga lah yang request, not only you. Okay, so any other question? No? Okay, so if no, thank you. See you around and have a nice week. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you, Dr.
Welcome.